Okay, here's two ways of removing the backgrounds from an image using Photopea.com. So you'll type in the name Photopea.com, you'll take your image that you've got here, you'll drag it onto the screen. One of the ways of doing it is with the magic arrow. This is very similar to the Photoshop tool. You just kind of hit each spot where there's a see-through area, and that will fix it there. You'll see with some text that is really thin, it will struggle with it a little bit. So you can change some settings to try and combat that. If we go back in, if we take this magic arrow tool and set the tolerance to something, I don't know how to reset it to default, but if we set the tolerance to really low, like 10, you'll see it leaves more area around it, but also that area will kind of glow white when we put a new layer underneath it. If we do a new layer and paint that red, you'll see these kind of letters will kind of glow white more, which is bad in a lot of cases, and that's kind of hard to get rid of on lower quality images. Like if this image has a lot of straight lines and it's really high quality, then you'll see less of these. Basically, the better your input image, the better your output. So if we go back into here and undo all of this, we set our tolerance to pretty high, it will delete the edges a lot better. You won't have as much of a issue with these weird blurry lines, but with the downside that text that was gray a little bit in between white and black, it was completely deleted. So that's the ways that you can mess around with that. The second way of doing it is with select color range. Click on this white area, and then you can mess with the fuzziness to try and fix some stuff. You see, if we set the fuzziness all the way to the highest settings, this text here will start to disappear. If we drag it down, then the little bits of white around the edges will start to mess stuff up. So somewhere in the middle, you do that, hit select, you delete. This will automatically select every inside area like these and all of these. And then once you add a new object underneath it, you can see that there's less of a white line, although still a little bit here. And then yeah, like if you're zoomed out, you won't notice it as much. The biggest thing is with this text here. So those are a few different ways of removing backgrounds in this website.